Hello and welcome to IndianExpress.com. In a historic judgment, the Supreme Court has today quashed the President's rule in Arunachal Assembly and restored the Congress government. I have with me my colleague Amrit to discuss more about the judgment and its implications. So, Amrit, it looks like a massive setback for the BJP government because one of the crucial things that has been said in the order is that the governor's decision was illegal.
I think it's a huge embarrassment for the BJP because this comes straight after the Uttarakhand incident, where again an elected government was seen to be replaced by the instigation of the ruling party at the center, that you create a rebellion and then basically dislodge the government. And the due process wasn't followed in Arunachal because the Bombay guidelines are very clear about this. You have to check out the numbers on the floor of the house, which wasn't followed in Uttarakhand, which is not being followed here as well. So if you look at it, I mean, one of the questions which was raised was the assembly, the speaker had set a date for the assembly to be reconvened in Arunachal after the winter break. And the governor overruled the speaker's decision and then reponed it. So the constitutionality of that decision was being questioned in the Supreme Court. Which is where the Supreme Court has overruled that the governor's decision is illegal. So you have gone back to the December 15th scenario, which would mean that the Congress government would be back in ring, and there are all kinds of possibilities possible. They could have a new floor test, or the government could go for a resolution of the House. One doesn't know which way they are going to handle it now. Because what is interesting is also that those MLAs who moved away, they have now merged with another party, People's Party of Arunachal Pradesh. So it is under that flag that they have the government in Arunachal.
So given the fact that the court order specifically says that the governor's decision was illegal, do you think that the governor should resign or would be morally bound to resign?
This question had come up right when the action had taken. So after the way Supreme Court has come down heavily on the governor's decision, I think he will be more moral ground for him to continue in office.
It's not just his fault, as it were, because I mean there is responsibility on other people also, especially in the Union Cabinet, isn't it?
Not directly Union Cabinet, not directly perhaps, but BJP have a lot of explanations too, especially the timing is a little makes it a little difficult for them because they're supposed to launch that northeastern platform to have this Congress moved northeast today, and this thing comes up. And there is all kinds of rumors being said that they're trying to dislodge Congress governments in Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram. So in the wake of all that, in the wake of this development, it's a little embarrassing for the ruling party at the center.
And the legal precedent that it sets, because it's quite an extraordinary judgment, it essentially turns the clock back to December 15th. There was a other government apart from the Nabam-Tukki government, and now everything has been rolled back to what it was in December 15th. So what are the legal precedents and what is the legal implication here?
From the news reports, it seems that never has something of this kind happened. We have had situations where President's rule has been reversed and the government which was in office before the President's rule taking over. Now here it's a very strange situation because Nabam-Tukki government was there in December, but thereafter the Congress party split. There were 18 rebel MLAs who have joined another political party. So now when you say that you go back in time, you can restore the assembly accordingly or the government accordingly. Now what happens to this people? What happens to the people who joined the process in which 18 MLAs dissidents joined another party?
So what happens to the decisions made?
Yes. Can you reverse that the merging process, or how could it be? So it's a new precedent, I think, and it will be very interesting how this particular thing will be reversed. So that will be very crucial to having continuity of the government, because you are likely to have a floor test. Will the Congress have enough numbers to clear that, or what would be the Congress strategy for we don't know.
True. So as we can see that on the one hand, it is true that turning the clock back is a huge boost for democracy, in the sense that due process is followed. Yet there are question marks on the kind of decisions, what would be the implication of the decisions taken in the intervening period. So we'll keep you updated.
The most, if I may add something, the most important lesson from this is that it's hereafter parties which want to rebel, I mean MLAs who want to rebel or parties which want to pull down governments, it's a cautionary thing, this Supreme Court thing, that it cannot be done this way.
Yeah, and there'll be huge implications on what happens to the decisions taken in the intervening period. So we'll keep you updated, keep watching IndianExpress.com.